Hey, welcome back to another Axe Cards video, and today we are going to be doing something special we always like to do with every expansion, and that is to show a complete master set. So every single card including reverses, and this set, Unified Minds, was something else. So it is the largest set in history. It has 454 cards. It's over 50 pages, 50 of the 9 pocket Ultra Pro sleeve pages, which is kind of crazy in and of itself. And let's just jump right into it because it is pretty vast. So I'm not going to call out every single card, but I am going to go through, at least mention some of the GXs and the cool cards. So the first GX in the set is the Rowlet and Alolan Executor. And our first rare holo there is the Celebi. Moving right along, it was really hard to pull some of these cards. We did get a lot of the set. We got over almost 5,000 packs, but amazingly we only pulled one of these master sets. Heatran is the second GX there, Heatran GX. Yeah, there was only two cards we only got one of. Slowbro and Psyduck. I'm going to do another video which I'll post here shortly, which goes through the pull rates, kind of what we got from our 5,000 packs and what the exact pull rate was. Might be helpful to those of you looking for specific cards or just generally to figure out how much you're going to get from your packs or boxes. Keldeo GX looks pretty awesome. I love the pose he has there, and the Raichu and Alolan Raichu is pretty sweet as well. There are a couple Pikachus in this set, a few Pikachu fans out there, and there is an Alolan Raichu rare holo as well. It's kind of awesome. The Mewtwo and Mew is the most expensive card, regular GX and full art and secret rare in the set, and for good reason. Has a pretty good ability there, Perfection, Espeon and Deoxys, so there are a couple evolution tag team Pokemon in the set. We get an Executor, which is not an Alolan Executor. It's kind of cool. Jirachi and Latios GX. There's 17 GXs in the normal set, which is kind of crazy. Again, I believe that is a record for the most GXs in one set. There are a couple Hone Edges. There are a couple Salazzles as well. Kind of confusing, and a couple Salandits. One are Fire, and one set are Psychic. The Necrozma is the card which was included in one of the theme decks, and it has done quite well with our sales as well. We have an Aerodactyl GX as well. Moving right along, we're only now in the fighting type Pokemon, and it is up in 120 within the set. There are 236 cards before secret rares in the set, which is pretty ridiculous. We do have, this is the second evolution tag team. There's Umbreon and Darkrai, and there is Mega Sableye and Tyranitar. Still in the dark Pokemon, there's a Weavile GX. Alright, there are only 2 metal types in the set, amazingly. And one of them is Mawile GX, and then the other one is also a rare. There are also not many fairies, so there are only 3 fairies in the set. Moving into Dragon, the first Dragon type Pokemon is pretty awesome looking as well. It's Garchomp and Giratina. There are 2 Dratini's, 2 Dragonairs, and 2 Dragonites. One is a GX, but one is a regular rare, just to make it confusing for you. The last GX in the set is Naganadel GX, which is a Dragon type. Yeah, there are a bunch of, like, there are 2 Slackoths as well. They've done it quite a bit in the last few sets. Slacking is pretty awesome looking too. Looks like the Abominable Snowman. We get a couple baby evolutions in this set as well. Munchlax is one, the baby version of Snorlax, and there also is Wynot. Yungoos. We have Gumshoes, which I always think curiously looks like Donald Trump. And the last card of the Pokemon in the set, anyway, Pokemon card, is the Komala in the regular set. Then on to the trainers. There are 28 trainers. The most sought after so far of all the trainers is this Cherish Ball. But also the Great Potion has done well for us also. Just gonna zoom through, and then now we are on the tag switch, also has sold well. Moving on to the full arts. So I believe there are 18 full arts, 17 or 18 full arts, plus the 6 full art trainers. And there are a couple have doubles. So the Rowlet and the Alolan Executor have 2 types. So does the Slowpoke and Psyduck. As does the Raichu and Alolan Raichu. Strangely enough, I thought Mewtwo and Mew would have 2 full arts, but they don't. There's only one of those guys. Moving right along, the Mega Sableye and Tyranitar does have 2 as well. And that is it. Now, some cards were skipped in full art. Like there are no full art Jirachi, there are no full art of a couple others I can't think of now, but I believe they're going to be included in future releases, like promo products and such. So Blues Tactics, Channeler, Coach Trainer, Grimsley, as well as Misty's Favor and Pokemaniac, which I find looks like Filthy Frank, are the 6 full arts, and these were the ones that were a pain to pull. So the Rowlet and Alolan Executor, Heatran. This, funny enough, was the hardest card to pull. Slowpoke and Psyduck, I only pulled 1 in 5,000 packs. I'll get more into the pull rates and stuff in my pull rate video, but it was kind of crazy. Mew and Mewtwo is the expensive one that many people are clamoring for. It's selling for over $100 right now. Raichu and Alolan Raichu also was difficult to pull. These are the last 6 of the Rainbow Secret Rares. Then there was a ton of Gold Secret Rares, the Cherish Ball being the most expensive. But there's Giant Bomb, Karate Belt. And then the last 6, we get Reset Stamp, Tag Switch, U-Turn Board, Viridian Forest, which is a beautiful card. Recycle Energy, and Weakness Guard Energy. So that's it, 258 cards in the regular set. I'm not going to spend too much time on the reverses, but I will skip through them. There are 196 different reverse holos. We have them all up for sale in the store as usual. The reverses weren't as challenging to pull this set, I found. We kind of got an even amount of most of them. Obviously the rare holos and the rares were the most challenging to find, but it still wasn't as bad. Past sets I found the distribution has been pretty crummy for reverse rares, but this wasn't bad at all. I still love the Pikachu. Yeah, as always, there are no reverses for any GXs, so it's just the rares, rare holos, commons and uncommons, including the trainers. Many people prefer the reverse holos, and many people don't even collect them, so I guess it's all up to your personal preference. But yeah, it goes on forever. There are 50 pages of this stuff. If you actually are trying to collect this, collect these sets in Sun and Moon, I'd say really, unless you're exceptionally loaded, do not even try. Because as I said, for 5,000 packs, 1 master set was pulled. Now you could buy a bunch of singles to try and fill it up, but still, it's quite challenging. As far as I know, no one has any of these listed on eBay at the moment, and for good reason, because it can be very difficult to pick up all of them. Yeah, we're still going. So we have about 5 pages left. I love the Licky Licky artwork. And then we're on to our trainers and the last of our Pokemon. So I'm going to try and stick up some of these for older sets as well. In my personal collection, I have every single card going back to the EX series. So it's kind of cool to look at sometimes in one place if you haven't seen them. But that is it. Finally, 50 pages worth of Pokemon cards. So thanks for watching another complete set. Like I said, we're going to have a pull rate video shortly here if you're interested in that kind of thing. And if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel for more openings. See you guys in the next video.